In this series of videos, the English department is showcasing innovative projects by professors and students. In fall 2017, Dr. Leilani Hall's creative writing graduate class worked with Professor Rosick's MFA students in art on a gallery exhibit, demonstrating the shared spaces between disciplines. Professor Hall describes the inception of this project.
Prior to this semester, the creative writing faculty had gotten together and we decided to shift the focus of English 652 creative writing studies to bring in this component for the writer in the world. And with that framework, I was having a conversation with Professor Michelle Rosick in the art department, and she's teaching the MFA seminar in art, and we thought it would be a great idea to bring our classes together. And so we decided that we would create a call and response between writers and artists. And so to start the process, the writers would get together, and we decided that we would put out a call to the artists, and the artists got together and they created a piece of art that would be a call to the writers. And we came together and we swapped pieces. After many, many workshops, on our end and on the art department's end, and a few meetings between us, we created an exhibition. And so the semester ended with a gallery exhibition open to the public, a call and response. We called it recomposition, call and response between artists and writers.
One of the requirements of the course is to actually take part in a call and response between our class and the MFA seminar. We actually got to meet the artists before we did the call and response, and we were able to hear a little bit about what they like to work with, and that way we were matched up and decided who to work with. So the way that I chose my artists is that we had a similar background in working with issues of immigration, and I found that to be something that I could expand on in my own work. I saw it as a response in terms of like a letter to one another, and this artist wrote me a letter in the form of a portrait, and I was going to write them a letter in the form of a poem. I knew a little bit about the artist's background, so I immediately related it to immigration itself. Okay. But the poem itself actually took a different turn. It wasn't really about I feel the Mexican border itself, I think, which is usually what I focus on. That's the experience that I have. But just, I guess, crossing borders or reaching borders in general. Okay. And there's this sort of not half, but maybe a quarter of the portrait that's sort of missing. And it's not really clear if it's because the person in the portrait is becoming whole or because the person in the portrait is starting to disappear.
I was in many ways, crossing from outsider to insider with them on this journey, so I experienced all of these emotions with them. But it's a beautiful thing to watch artists in the act of becoming.